We're at 2455 Montana Avenue doing a sanitary lateral inspection. I don't know if this is pre-purchase or if this has already been purchased and they're just doing it for knowledge, but they're going from the. We're going to attempt to go from the clean out in the garage, in the center garage. We're going to try to push all the way out to the main from here. If not, there is a clean out in the front of the building that we may have to use. So hopefully we can go through this and make it to at least that clean out so we can inspect the whole line. But first section will be, they said they've had trouble in the past getting through this spot, but I'm going to try to go through this stack first. Okay, so made it into it. This looks like clay. It was cast iron. The stack was cast iron. And no, this may be. It's kind of hard to tell right here. No, it's cast iron. It's just been cleaned off. It looks pretty smooth there. Once the water rinsed it off, you can tell. So it looks pretty wide open here. It's kind of flat, which is normal inside the building. A lot of times these lines are real flat. But we will continue on, and we'll come back and make any comments as needed. Okay, I'm going to stop here and get a locate, see if we're close to that front clean out, because since we've hopefully we've inspected most of the inside stuff by now. Okay, so we're right around the toilet. We're about maybe 15 feet from the clean out. So we have a little way to go. We're just got at this turn here where I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it around it since we've made so many turns. But you never know. It's probably catching on the cast iron from years of being worn away. What we're going to do is just go in. There's a toilet right here by this, which is, I believe, where the branch off is. So what we'll do is we'll pull all the way back. Try to go in through that toilet flange so we can get the last 20-30 feet or 20 feet to the clean out, and then we'll try to continue on all the way out of the building to the main there out in the middle of the road. But overall, the line looks, relatively normal for a building this age. It's kind of flat, but that's normal. Like I said, the cast iron looks like it's been cleaned out to get some of the residue off of it, so it doesn't catch a bunch of stuff. There's some spots, but with the amount of flow that this line would have, with especially with full occupancy, it should flush all that out of there. This is just being worked on right now, so nobody living in it, not a whole lot of flow going on. Okay. So we're going to pause here and then make a move. All right, so we moved over. We're going to try to go in through the. So if you come in the front door, it is the first apartment down on the right, which is where the line goes, and it goes out. There's a clean out right before it exits the building in the back of this unit. I should say the front of this unit, because it's the front of the building. So we can go. Ooh, there's already some debris in this thing, so I'm going to take a look at this, but there's some debris in this line. Yeah, there's no way to get through this. I don't know if it's all dropping down. I'm going to have to really clean this stuff out. There's construction debris in this spot. So we're just going to move over and go through that. We got most of the line, but we're going to have to move over and go from the clean out here. Like I said, it's only about a 20 foot difference. Okay, now we're going to go in through the through this front clean out. Looks like this should go straight out the front. Actually, I can go back a little bit, so I think what we're going to do first is go back towards into the building for that 20 feet or so. See if we can get it to go. There we go. So I'm going backwards now. I'm going to try to meet up with that spot. Clean the lens off a little bit. We'll try to meet up. I'm going to double check with the locator. Try to meet up with that turn that I made it to before. I believe this is it right here. So we have inspected the whole line there. Again, this all looked relatively normal for something this age. There's some loose stuff there in the bottom. Doesn't look like they made it all the way out when they cleaned the other cast iron. Doesn't look like they really did much to this spot. Stop, rinse this camera off or something. May have to turn a little bit to get it to turn. What the hell is this thing doing? Okay, so we do have a belly here, but we're going to go ahead and try to push all the way out to the main, kind of get a better idea, because it's just barely above the camera, which is only about an inch off the bottom of or half an inch off the bottom of the pipe. So we're going to continue on and maybe be able to see more as we pull back. Okay, so we have made it all the way to the main. Hopefully we can see a little bit better on the pullback. This is probably an 8-inch when it gets outside, so some of that flow may look worse than what it is. So once we get, right now we're sitting vertical, so there's a bunch of stuff dripping off the camera. Once we get horizontal, we should be able to see fairly well. There we go. Like most of the line looks pretty good. We're hoping as we pull back we can get a better idea of how much water that actually is. I mean, it is flowing forward still, and this all looks great. A little offset there, but that's not a ton of water. It's just an 8-inch, and as you can see, it's flashing clear. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get a locate here because this is pretty flat. I'm going to go ahead and locate this just for reference in case I have any questions. Okay, so notice there's a crock out there, so we'll be able to actually pull. So this low spot looks like it's kind of coming through the middle of that crock, and so it shouldn't be an issue as far as, you know, them being able to get in and clean it out. And it's hard to tell with it being a larger line if this is, it doesn't look like a major belly. I mean, this is, I'm at about 1 degree. Yeah, I mean, there is some stuff sitting in it.
They may be using the crock as just
So,
catch for debris.
and this is where the crock is, where it's open like this. So this is an open pipe to, there's a concrete lid on a clay, like a clay pot basically, manhole that comes down and allows them to clean this out in this spot. So there is some debris laying in here. I don't know how long this place has sat vacant. So there's really not a whole lot of flow going on a regular basis. I mean, all the stuff that is there seems like it's softer material. It's, you know, it hasn't slowed my camera down at all. It's been mainly water. It's just hard to see right here what's going on. But again, it didn't seem to have any resistance to the camera. Now we choked back down into the cast iron, so we're getting ready to come out here. Okay. So we're gonna go pull that crock, just take a look at it, but and then discuss kind of what we found in the spots that we were unable to fully inspect. But overall, structurally, everything looked good. It's just maybe flat, and so the larger pipe and that water sitting in it was hard to get about 20 to 30 feet to really see the pipe itself. But there was nothing sitting in the pipe that gave any resistance to the camera or looked like it was starting to clog in any way. So that's the end of the inspection at 2455 Montana Avenue.